People speak truth to power. Mahama West than a Kufuado on free speech. Now, we shall say, and see, Mr. Munso, so a media foundation for West Africa. So, Ediabetuja or say 14 arrests over political insult within 16 months under the Mahama administration, compared with 8 arrests throughout the Kufuado era, reflects an estimated 950% increase in the rate of arrest over political insult. Inti net as one more can be a semi or might say Nino reposty obiso so be attempted die ebebemono wound padodo ayache womono times 2 of a year 80 years of Nanado. Thank you for the social ben your woman 16 months wababe dia into Martin Pegu and so can say deputy with dear a year his excellency John Domani Mahama max papa. Yes, I see enemy the cabo boss was one no crumbono. Wo frɛ na nado dan kwakufu ado Ghana man panyini da mampam na president Mahama frɛ no achem saka wa mafia na ya achem pim janto akwamo fe ne bukatineza emu bia no se dodo no se atempa aban na watwam no woje ye no empo na nado enso mu bia ni won ma se yache bebrebe no ankoso nti ye den na eyo man panyini wudi edie sa acheche kososa dream edi ade na beka wo bia ma say impo. Let's assume say the reporter ne kan ye no sa pepepe eneti enyi bi mfimfa bi nka ho a uko sre wunua na wunua na boss e ka kire pejuma na ye se bebi wo se osika wo di dwa na som ne no ne buofu akono yonko ho akwakogi tuo ene odi akwakohwuti papa no esi ka se papa na hwe ne nkwa ma na ye nso e prapa edi ade.
I think crime, I don't support crime in any form or shape, because society no yenyina yebenya yasum dia I was it me true sa abonefo kafu as a free society no. But then asemsia na ye digest asem na we need to look at it holistically. Omaya ye womu no mebo Ghana police service abaso esan say nyamyada Roma na nado dan kwakufu ado aban resource omuye pa na me de aseda peace enso ama na nado dan kwakufu ado one Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because MPP abbreviation ye pass Cyber Security Act no enu nti ama ene no udi bone a regardless of baby a wo shebia no you can be monitored and you can be apprehended. Mesa medina sa kwanya na so na masama bona nado dan kwakufu ado abaso biem. Esa say a surveillance wo oman mu ha no CCTV cameras na meka ho asem aban ne dwen kan konkan ehun say security must be given all the necessary attention in this country. First no omo di bone na bra omo di bone no mfise they cannot be monitored to obia nsuro obia ye ne open, but the moment a CCTV cameras say buy no baby a wo shebia no you can be watched. And that in itself, so amane see we were able to monitor them. Every day, who baby open the money said then you will be captured. It's a bina ultimate junior, sir, and unicorn kind also sada, essay Abbas body near airborne combat crime in different forms. Now, Abrantian at the end, sebi minimum the enkwala this time no no mo fifa na no den abna a serious the kind of substances are a brand any maba wa no edi agro okrom ha no akukuduro no I don't know where they get that courage from, because I got me I won't me go I cannot see myself say o hwe wu nuanim no abone to all because o say o ka kire o say o ye lazy o ye useless. Of course yenso no yenhwe ekasa yi on say obiane how a otimi managing the frustration obiane ne emotional I can say emotional intelligence level abna bi asema obeka kire me mikrobia me fa ne tra me mfa enya asem no okoka kire obia wanhwe a obenya amane it of course much as ye condemning the action by Adam Nininu Balos one we equally must also advise. Say empo makurankasa no motifi no we need to be guided with this kind of ensema ye catch them kwala no what you say obi timi woni ba no hwe no ba ni mo so unye yie da o bebre o madum ho se me wo adena as oba time obama sa kasa bi se afiri wonu aye den aba eti wo for say e kasa tra bi na waka ho but anya insunsanso bi wa abofra ne so because if accounts are abusuapanyi di by na maka papers bebre any other social media stories abrante ne say sa kasa no ka kire no ahye ne so psychologically he was affected eti as a on the time bi any a brobi asemu against the man but obuweka say you and I were not there
and no so kan san warrant
it does not but yeah communicators we are looking at it from all angles of course I have already condemned this act and then yes I condemn and I condemn I mean there are laws in this country crime is crime and you are aswaya omuna responsible for this and Ebani is saying so there will be investigations. So in order not to even meddle with the investigations, I will not even go into the substance of the matter. But I am also advising. Say the other side of the conversation is that yen share kasa yi. And someone you catch the enipa no. Etiminya sunsanso onipa na brabo so. Obi wa ka yen say onye yiye no wawu a ana wo unhunu ho ano da. That person so when you be a emotional intelligence obeti ara ne minu nyina bewu. What you say? A provocative commentaries. And a commentaries are a sonya miani. Say, Obesha Union, now will cast some of say a bit tormenting. A post office about Franny and is soon in a baby in San Fata. The best to do is to draw the person closer. Those are the people you must even show love. Oh, about a fear. Now, Obana or a deviant, Obana is soon in a bind. When in your honor. Sa abofra na wose otwene ben wo ono ni abofra here attention what you say and that should be the beginning of the reformation process sa abofra no you will take pragmatic steps so be reform no you don't just let him be or her be so usunu obanti no obebre
me you what watch
ubenya abanma ne me yi wa free me mam me do me ho say me wo those things can have serious repercussions and psychological implications on the child. And like I said, obiani they were managing the frustration. Me tell be how can some tia me twimi am ye din na ma fa me kosa o metrim. Obi so ha o ka some tia na on kasa but obe reaction no nim how he is going to react because you see every action has its own reaction. Action before reaction. It is a go kasa asem na nka ye den. But that also does not also embolden you, say, just because Obiaka will say we are lazy, just as I'm shopping. Let me share one of my motivation to you. Anytime anybody looks down on me, I welcome that as a motivation to push on. I am running the brown one here to see how my open the crash, or show fear of free Mukura because a woman pale. What you say? You move one way or the other. It motivated us. Say I was saying, I call be mama kasa umami, and they were framing the biya. You know, because I was so motivation. What you say? And they are MPP assembly when Yamanya me can see. What motives to the biya? They don't give him. So, Obi talking down on you Obi talking down on you it should not always be considered as negative. Sometimes you can pick those wicked and now I am motivation for you. Abraham said, we fear here for. That comment should charge you
to break a chain.
To break the chain of poverty in the family. I was say motivate you. But I don't know American. Obiane the thought process. Obiane how otimi welcome some of these things. Anyhow be process here there no. And you Obiane wa adwene na me no wo no. Ebinom ho they are very weak. Obi wa on kasakra. Ba na dia obetimi edu bone pa. So Minister Ghana Police Service they are on course. Wherever the Gideon guy is hidden biano, they will definitely apprehend him. Now mesre or mine so no this conversation also opens up a conversation on the security of this country. Abena Bible say ensa eni adwuma ye no bonsam bone pa. O man no under this current government bosha o mo hye mo fra no na ntene mabawa no a o mu hu hwe no ama okwam okronum
wona wo ka so mu hu hwe anase
o mini aba anase
why boss Basintali no was said this is the first time in Ghana, in the history of Ghana, aban bi abana bosha wo de share eye mabunufo a wo makruche wo manifesto mu wo mo atimi ya complete eye bibia wi afi ko mo san say wo mo say be sign the another one aba as another manifesto assign a complete.
I like the have now president. You see, Basintali does not have respect for the young men and women of this country.
Oh, how?
Only Obuoma. The question woman say oh show people and now that's what is a slap on the faces of the Ghanaian youth.
Really?
Because in there to what is the unemployment rate in this country now? Go check it here. Meanwhile, corruption in 2024, according to Ghana Statistical Service, corruption index was around 14%. They say 18%. Sika was here creating opportunities for young men and women in this country. No, about the promises we were doing, Mama Bromudi and why? If we appreciate the home command,
statistics 2025, so from 14 to 18 in half of nothing, a first quarter, and a drew.
Let me put my thoughts together. The point for now, I'm not in that discussion. But maybe I can say a combo kruma.
But what time must
I want to say my imo and the rent a crown to mintia and the rent. It is more funny be already know omutibom no monam. It is the big kitty banana trigger.
Into the rent and some born.
Oh, of course, then I buy a government.
That's individuals.
I buy operating rent assistance scheme. I buy we buy also go to church cash no shimukina. It I buy responsible. That they make an say. Me the see for me. Let's Ghana Police Service. When cases like this happen, the speed at which I invest serve justice and also boa. Because abusuye di yaw. One way and abusuye ni biti baby and also the miracle share in semako any fata. It must say police for taking my man and I trust Ghana police when it comes to matters like this. But the Gideon will be and say I'm running home day. Now will be around so can be able to
no Gideon no I did to the man Adam to Gideon but Adam no Adam Nanka San. It's no munian in term running home when you said about Shakuma Beto. Okay, you dog
around me that say.
But this conversation, we shouldn't also forget say, Krobia na wo make we say na say no throw light on and somewhere na ye can it mean effect on us. You know, when him say growing up on ho na wo ba enye won kwa na wo ba no community ni nyina into be it metia abofra na bi ma be say nei no niam so asesa obi kwati me ka entia me ba ma me eye me nti bofra ni be o nyina dan tim say ne ma me nko ide the only person
parenting and parenthood
parenting
and parenthood mun sanjuro for na ya mun education no parenting ya the o ma me no papa ntete o de ma then parenthood near where the community, the environment.
That is what I'm talking about.
And I agree with you.
So the parenthood no exist. And that's what I said in the olden days. And I that's another question.
One of the issues
because the parenthood no one exist here. Nka sem na papa ne kan ye no. Nka result to this.
Sure. Yeah, say causes of some of these things. Or no advantage and also papa say me kwad for ni hafo pejuma and I shame so asheme bufu and I'm there to say na mo but say you come deeper you be hu nipa na ngasa odi dwuma ni su ne ban ne tete ya wonya ene ne background baby or tekra ne nkofo a one omo ebo apama na se one mo eta de enam but Abra starting fee has a say nano bina make us CCA no access to armed and guns no cost and security as a country. Embrano kwa say obi a wo etobia no say a license one. Intimidity so obi anso o to a license generally be obey more discipline but do na no say no o he Gideon issue ya. The question is say Gideon two now no or the ma obi na ebikra na Adam no an kan chen say ya na say no the but the nam say e ye wo 20 no e kwan bia so no BBSia on the SA you hold you responsible because two na either akodi ewu enti say as a man ye share how easy it is for people to get access to arms. Na maka na no be atwam say on say ene no ekoba even the kind of politics I ne ade kra na ye primaries keke polling station voting and say electoral area voting ne ade obe na enkofo amma enkofo tu a omo de edi sebe ensama ensen mfata enti se etuo no edo so system no eto abawie ene ade na obi wo easy access to etuo a se sebe yantitini ye na oyobi a ne bufu a ne oye ne chance a etuo no ban nti obe de obefa se me gidi so nim se gidon wotuo nti se small arms and comfort system no kwa na say hwe asemede eka say interior minister ne other commissioner or mo in charge of small arms or mo say or mo be gather some of these things but still na no issue a say hwe na fe ye no fi ho a won say anka first na ebia anka obi ni obi nya asem ne ade ebia semdide kakra bebam na ebia na yensa ne yensa ne ade atoto blows kakra ana say we agina ha na we ato ama ne we na to am ne ntubo ha say sabna na ekwane ya be so abna saka na je de ne kɔ na bibia to atwa
ya ka pata bodi abna nsem okwa do bi de I think say pen wo do bi
na ba consuming a car key
key they are one ha my corridor the hospital mom you
enti won say I mean the upbringing no say the na wo kan no ene no the global village aye wo no oja oba ofie na office we dey onko ba bia ne ade a ono otifie no enema wo hwe no eye movies a obi fa bia na ode abo obi ofa tua na ode boy nti ene nsema nsene mfata na wo hwe wo eye movie na say video na wo hwe no ye no to nchan a
afa games students games
you have to learn how to shoot any ade nyina enye to protect yourself but to mess up nti ni na no ya de ese hwe ena sene na eye ni asante ken no say parenting no esi no aye the responsibility of social media instead of the responsibility of the well cultured community nti sisi no
mo fa de omo social media so me say go games we say mo fa ni bi ho no ma wo hwe game na bi a gun any ade mo hu ne say normal
yes
even have wrestling near Diko, and even though the caution Bassemen practice with Bankolani be
exactly. They are trying to learn or practice what they have watched on the screens. One of the key issues I say there into your system. No, first, we were more communal. Communal to the extent say. Anka wo no si abonten na yem fan se wakofa obi sika kwa wo fom no obi hu a obecho se he sika na afa na bia afa no na bia shop yi na busa se obi dia onye obi ade na se but the name no oye de na akoka so apart from that okra bi di bone first na at least a bit me twa to kakra ana se beka say hwan ba no na cosmos the next minute no obe na yadu ho ko bo ma me na papa ma na say munim kwadwo na ma bonten se ni no waye be ne no won hwan na okoka che kwadwo say no waye na to the sense obe ko na ma me ana ne papa ho okoka che say no waye de and this system no I break it down and people are finding their own ways of training themselves after ko school ma na fufu a oba ko fa ho o mo background ne ade obehena obia no anadodo na no wosa suban say okay me fa bibi a metimi da wo obi me fa bibi metimi da bo obi me di watama me mfa ho ena fe no yen leadership no nso esuni ban e bia da na di wo radio so TV so more agitational and then also agitating and e bia confrontational be quiet to aba e be call polling station we are me bo tuo ni ade those statements enkra no mo peke because be enforce the odi eche no osua the odi mu ade animu nante nti obohe na enema na ye kekam as leaders no eno nso timi ewura emrante ne tim afa ye no free ho on say ne bible say ne ensa nya adwuma no enye de enedi na okwadwofo nso no oda se be hia na be de e be hia no enti we bi anipa we no e kom kwa de no onye scan ento aduane ni ade enti bibi kitwa bi a hungry man they say is what an angry man enti bibi kitwa bi a na bubetimi ade efu enti eno nso ye se ehwe se saa nipa we no djuma odi ye no ekoba se na djuma wo ya na se ne oye edididi a ede na oye dididi say find out we did the police for be interrogating pa obehwemu na obehene bi a they are into certain illegal activities including even drug abuse omo ebi omo fa de ye neoma bi enti nipa no ofa sa neoma na trauma ne ne keken kan ho ya sabe na adwen no as of that time no ohun sa no ma bi anase ohun se atenten ho bi a obo atoba bi a ondwen ho ntini nya no so ya de ese asoma no ese ehwe education be na de ma ye young ones in terms of say ye kire ne say enema we ni we de we ya enye na ye follow up ye ma psychological counseling na de because ebi okwa na ono so psychological problem nti e trigger kakra bi a na no so or act like that nti say asoma no ye hwe from primary or even lower level ni nyina ekori nyina na ye proper counseling system and even in the communities kaswa tuba ho ye we onhwe be from kaswa tobu to abekwa akopem ebi abudumburum ho ba bi no ye ni any counseling facility because obi kwa wo how bi ni ade a obetimi access na efutubu ayede ye de ama no nti asoma no so say ye develop na ye say hwe saa ne ma nyina because edambo ene prepare no anasa ne tine a difference na ye ketu abi nipa no bi ketu abi a obetimi move into the other arena.
Okay. Matse medasepa inti obusapesa mesase free hono. Timenko
na memnya eyi kakra wo.
Obusapa yeni ye bata se medru hono mananka. Why or rabat asna afem why? Eti chirop ntimi so chiro to. Ezi edru wa de be yom. Obusapa na wasaka the new publisher or copy 3 of the new publisher at the Honoma Pegu Speak Truth to Power Mahama West than a Kufuado on free speech. And I wish us and say Munso so a media foundation for West Africa so at the Abetuja or say 14 arrests over political insult within 16 months under the Mahama administration compared with 8 arrests throughout the Kufuado era reflects an estimated 950% increase in the rate of arrest over political insult. Inti net as one more can say be asembi wo hono might say ni no reposti obi so obi atem didie ebebe mo no wundi padodo a yache wo mo no times 2 of 80 years of nanado danko father so sha ben yo wo 16 months a wa ba be dia inti ora Martin Pegbu enso so aka say debit we die his excellency John Dramani Mahama wo max papa yes I say me dey kan boss was one no krombo no wo frɛ na na dodan kwakufu ado Ghana man panyini dada mampam na president Mahama frɛ no achim saka wa mafia na na ya achim pim janto akwamo fɛ ne bukatineza emu bia no se dodo no se atempa aban na watwam no woje ye no empo na nado enso mu bia ni won ma se yache bebrebe no ankoso nti ye den na eyo man panyini wudi edie sa acheche koso sa krobia
yo Abraham yedi kan topic we unless anyone require was yedi kan because of what is happening under NDC ni John Mahama President John Mahama sorry I mean refresh your mind kakra His Excellency President John Mahama Ghana ye pe obi a ye principal beneficiary of free speech President Mahama after Odini first president we Okufi catch the Ghana for nyina say na now the Danko Akufo who was then the president of the republic assigning abusuafo ni nuanom so omunuama no statement ben na ye alarming defaming as in such remark that a certain president has assigned the family people to be stealing for him. He was a former president and at that time a flag bearer of NDC. As for the Basentali, no, Miss Amidian Finum, Miss Am George, no, a black one, Keka, Ukruman, and I had to Anum Cradi. Yakasa, Keka, Adiabechi. The bottom line is that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, so when him ferry, and you know, Nanka, or better people who expresses themselves. Because he is a principal beneficiary. But and only asa uchama I'm not telling him about what woman is because you said you dear to the odi kaya asa and o man na e woman no e mofra no esu afim panyin for so if o man panyin a wa be dia abefra konya kese we ya na enu obon to asa be man panyin etimi ki kan sem bi say the young people were emboldened. They thought it was a normal thing to do. But the bottom line is free expression and free speech is free speech. It's now the moment of my baby to say kabima min kabi amamono. A man must understand said there will be excesses. The moment how the window paper beton it was our criminal libel law near the now a suppress dissenting opinions. Emma Omoni Abaya also the government of the day were not comfortable and I say they could not express themselves freely. But let me tell you, we are buying now person we are buying no e konkan. We are buying now person we are buying no utimi enya successor. I was say we allow for people to criticize you. I'm telling you, the moment I want to say ababi gagi constructive criticism and as a criticism is in totality no it means the government is failing. The same President Mahama again I reference 3 cases Edikase Akufo-Addo is criminalizing free speech. Today you have counted 14. We can count about 45 instances. Mahama he wants to reintroduce the culture of silence in our body politics. Those things are in our political history. Young person because you felt the dark days. And you may be a tremuko. You say I'm more man ya na man you conquer yourself. Your timmy efrimu yenini. And then about we by no they are revisiting those things on us. Be the tribunal. One of them. It's a classic example of one man.
But say no na reintroduce. It's already in the constitution.
You see, my dear, we can sit here and justify it for all we can. But the point is, you don't need that. Under the current legal order, you don't need tribunal for what? Fourth, and the tribunal need discuss it. We are talking about free speech. Concentrate for and but the NDC referee say, Omo kasana eye, and Krofo amosha omo market woman now said the boss said wa ban ne be man yema boa yefo wa ban ne baba mama na ne ho adwono anyina munkani abo be yefo ma me ko se dwa wo kasi makola ye nto ne yema it out of frustration oso kam na sini so na akere na adwene school ni na wo se Obama hostel fee boa yefo Obama school fees boa yefo and then wo sa ne yema na akere no etu akọ TikTok anu akọkere na adwene wo sori na the police akọkere no and man tell them about wa o shall be 24-hour economy so that at least you can keep them busy and relevant. They are frustrated, they are disappointed. It was so come the next morning now the national security police are coaching. Now what this current government is doing in say sponsor state security, they weaponize them against political opponents. But I say, yenya list of opoku at na TV so and making wild allegations and someone can say about weapons. Nobody invited him. Nobody invited him.
Doesn't mean said
nobody. No, doesn't mean. But then the law must be fair. It must be just. It must be even.
That is where that is where I thought Diana mentioned me what problem. Se be a more criticize here. Adenti na se nipa na ekansa na sabre mu jitu say enye no krea. At least there should be an investigation. I'm not saying say go arrest the person and I say be a prosecute and sentence the person. There should be a move. so when who say ya brana be cheche mu na mo ti eba ne say na wo twa sa na obeka say ye twa sa say e wo mu say de okan na enye no kre by your friend toto na no de kokobo bi ye den e ma why you leave it
abrana I say okan Mahama Brescia and at least over at TV so make those allegations not just say okay because you put safre a question no nothing of a sort happened. We have witnessed instances at NDC affiliates and making wide allegations and not even an invitation will be extended to them. Not even an invitation will be extended to them. But the moment at the other side of the political divide, ever crossing the line, when you do that, first of all, you are killing the confidence of the public. The state institution in a certain picture. I get in it. And it becomes worrying for every concerned Ghanaian. Say, ada omana ya titral video, ada ye wo mra bi ebo NDC for ho ban, ene wo mra bi ebo opposition for ho ban now. Martin Pebu asema wo kan na say, we all know Martin Pebu. Of course, publicly o denounce NDC so any member, but or ye sympathizer of NDC. We know say Martin Pebu is one of the loyalists. Omo din komo Mahama pa be the president. And therefore where he sits, and this is not the first time he's talking. Was it the air course to say alarming? Nana uye NDC appointee, you must begin to fear for your future because the Mahama a dangerous trend in our Setema NDC for and especially NDC appointees. That's Martin Pebu. Pebu is a celebrated lawyer in this country. What cases what we need to is Pebu famous 48-hour rule, Pebu bail condition rule, and his animal. Well, an astute lawyer by our standard. And from where he sits, officer NDC by John Dramani Mahama, or yeah, at the Emra Kataneni, at yet Ghana, Kabimami Kabinuso, which is should not be the case. What the people to enjoy Samson Ayeni, or your host Emma Joy News. Or also, now a sympathizer. Those time Akufo-Addo, he was one of the people I don't criticize Akufo-Addo. Samson because I say, Mahama, the way I use a criminal libel law in the it is unfair and why I'm here a bit critical problem among me. A lot of people, another person, Selective, and also Abamontini, and these are all senior.
Honorable the firm po.
The firm po didn't quite clearly no one said there's a certain trend in BIA NDC for now, concerned and responsible. No, I would say yan kasana ya ensia no kwanya. President Mahama the obedi president awiako. Omamu anu ya nim Akufo-Addo wie ya chichini nkrofo. What is obi akwache Akufo-Addo?
Okay, si former.
President Akufo wie what is obi kwache no. But mo na mo ya na pamfo na mo di djuma wo aban no no. Se mo antimi anya kokoduro ankasa ntia niam ekoso enya na. You should know say ochina president in the overcall retirement on in here and ma. Everybody enjoy, but one way here, you will have yourself to be blamed. Yes, I agree with people. Ghana phone you do money after the Mahama e okroma. And then as a Mahama in the family, no, the moment I be kasa be Mahama dia, and come on and get part the next minute I was CID for. E bra but me who let be a me nua Nikwe Nitego. Just Nitego. Actually open letter to the CID boss. And I mean, I like the way of Sean, so, but he communicated important points. Or chairman, minister, I'm sure yeah, Oboni and Idia recorder, name my legacy or one in a recorder or one mukrano, her life as a lawyer and as will be our rising policeman. Say one shiny man, Cosnia, one way of a corner home Jim, on fat eating Papa Enya. And I really want to associate with that, open advice. Say yentimin now memu now there is selective application of justice, blatant disregard of freedom and right of citizens, all because there is a certain president he wants everybody to be singing his chorus, and that is not the way Ghana today. Akufo-Addo and somebody can from home memu Akufo-Addo nipa he na just because they have spoken against him.
Okay.
But President Mahama, who are by Bosch would actually lofty promises Ghana for a move 5% for won't me achieve. Yet Obikasa now the national security, the police, Yokochi Ubia, was a coffin memory bra, Kofa, Nyamia Kumabra. I mean how?
Krobia, Professor Homamena, Sasabia make a coma, all the political parties no. Doc, so the who has a bedroom on Wakasa. Usually say obi one political party e wo position a e wo enyoma omoto e na de owo aban mu so e wo enyoma omoto e bredu say politicians ebema oyen wo manfo no enya wo mu gidie say indeed se panyini esua akolesua panyini enante ana se de odi enimu enante de a ene omuntwa sapapa ento honom na ye nyina ye nhwe me kai pass samo 2017 sa bre no na aban adane aban ba ye na krobia ban ena no mo wa ban mu oh make abronye no mo sa we ye kwakoje ka we ye kwakoje sei sabi even ejanan bia wo ma no mo tiso nyina ni echesi bi abon mo fi so aban yi dane ye 2024 I got to about 2050 yin nyina ye so yes hu bi de na ekoso even with the public institutions
say opese wo promote proper governance system perception counts a lot. Now perception so is fueled by what people hear and what they see. Ibu okwa na nye no cre. And so now say you can't bo hon the ra na afi adidi independent enti krobia enwi ade but betimi aka enti ye kan na afi obi na wa fan so sabe menu apanyin oye obi a owi ade na no so gu nipa ho fi enya adepa any kwan say there so but unfortunately no I have a part of the system that we have unfortunately on say as far back as 2002 or 2003 obitimi jina president Kofo anim ekeka bi kire no so na Dr. Asemfofo so sebe o main president Kofo ex-president Kofo be bia na caliber bibia ni wa e de tutu no ho a e be but okeka na adwen e kire na enye ni sokra what the ba political communicators political party leaders MPs ni ade eduru be bia na ye to aba no mpa obonse obi ni kasa no kasa tu kasa ena okay me awudie ni ade no ewom kasa no nti ese hwe na ye kasa ho ete in the first place apart from that once again social media and so away no and also abe one of the campaign tools and I'm say medium of communication you know politicians use super on say obi o ha directly or indirectly no na o hye obi achi a or pushi no na o keka nsem eboa se be ya ono no ebe favor no yen hwe ne say as we speak don't we have known figures omo no so camera si omo so a abana omo di atem emebika certain religious bodies obi anka hwe obi so camera si ne so di atem against certain tribe or tribes obi anka hwe obi so camera si ne so di atem di a certain political party obi anka hwe ben fonso si etua yonko a o de office etua dia nti sa be ne etua yonko na ba be tua ho no mu a e ho na bo se na enye dua keke ne tuam na emuma ya de e de eya enu bi na ye experience na now ye enti ye nyina no mum na ese no baban krom na trans hwe kwan be so na be fa ye de ne o ma betu ye because suban na nye suban pa me gidi se president Mahama e bia ne opeso ye ne se me pese me si ano kwan
should be both sides
but who see ano kwan so a one any kwan say oye more selective because as we speak obi antimi nka nchen say NPP for nkwa fans and supporters and a radio so social media Facebook ne keka ho eye paying for including the president obi antimi enka nchen say e Ghana because several YouTube channels near there were a man for sebe attack akese ne nsem kwa na ensenem fata so e may become paying for the both sides. There's no need for
what is saying is true.
There's no need for
Ntuncha on the video even obi kasetia or NDC no kase any campaign so aban ba ye and say asabi won ma mitimi nrintimita unti bibisa
no the time doctor time say both sides na NDC for bisa me who here we dey we am video no Mahama
number my service the video
no kasa
ama don't say they make and say suban enye suban
no correct
enti mama yempe kwan bi se nsi ana kwan na say President Mahama nso epese oye bibia yes e say mra de ama santa bia metimi ato oboabo wepra you have been injured but on our decision say obi dem be court na say on famaka no wo ho on say obi adidi president Mahama tem ibi ma didi president Akufo ex president tem emra no wo ho ba do be a wo na ayese sebe office 19 kro no wo emia ebe de ebetu wo umia nso e ne yantie se ofa kwan bi so a obe manage na ha bebre you see democracy na pese e bo ho ban enti the best e ni say ye nyina ne hwe enkofo ben na e wo system no ma e ya attemdidie threat ni adi no e ye o maduane a omudie o made yomu ade chine de sen nyina no e da adie enti e say hwe na afi ni de nhye bi ko akwan mu a ye be say okay at least ye mamu let's say 1 year in the next 12 months yenhwe both sides obia no emra no ho we don't want to activate it now and I say be no selectively and I say haphazardly into ma window bi January 2027 aircraft wo no ene aye more specific we ah we the chinchina wo de wo say saa hwa na obegina ne de wo ye NDC wo ye MPP na no na say mra na ye de any udie because one here they won't be no sisi e ka say e ba say e be measure in terms of governance indicators ye be use one of the variables e be use no free speech
yes
and we pick variables and indicator what is happening and what people are thinking of so if you are not careful we will have a lower grade in that regards. And I won't say obi to say Pebu, he is of substance. When it comes to the legal aspect there, or no else can be bisa. Whoever is out there watching us will take it serious. And you know, I say na yen more politics na there. Now they we say me say counting
exactly but those who are more best much say
but and now say yeah sometimes they may you can say no wa ban mu almost everything is fine that's how they see it almost everything is fine so but opposition there then okay they na what obi be o say nti mo me nyina no yem fa no kranya adwuma na enye no enye nti se ne na enja wo kina obi ya no so that at least ye nyina no will chart a certain path a very near to the benefit of the identity that we want to build as a country and as a people. Yes, I be say and then so you know share na the come ça.
Come ça so dey here enti abusia for unfortunately the third you know yentimi and discuss it enti ha and so we dey say the matter assembly because don kuma that na mo bo aban so mo we need a defense minister or defense by say defense minister it's 1 year and no man paying defense minister there be any wrap up
but on my information be accurate so unemployment rate unemployment rate in 2024 na 13.7 in 2025 about 12.8 2026 and neighbor be Greater Accra higher 49%. National 32%.
32.
That
is what Ghana Statistical Service.
Yes, 32%.
Yeah.
National. National.
We no do. And I'm saying Greater Accra.
No.
National Greater Accra here. 49.3%. See what we
into that and then Mame, that's also your friend is saying elder than so. Okay, tell me your penny muko say or chiamopa. You ever say for Mame and Nama say I have sent a baby kwame did you median in SCA